Ito ang Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang naiiba at kakaibang plataporma sa digital broadcast mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang labis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techiemommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hello, happy Thursday! Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Happy Thursday. Welcome po sa Buhay Online and those who are watching. Hello, welcome po. Welcome po sa ating programa. Happy Thursday, everyone. And marami pong things that are happening all around us. And of course, yung sa workplace po, ang working environment, a lot of people have gone back to working in the office, all over the world, sa Amerika, sa ibang countries, pumapasok na po sila lahat sa opisina, and almost 100% na yung capacity ng mga trabahador. Although, some companies have resorted to, or pa rin sila, hybrid working po ang tawag doon, na some of the people, some days you spend in the office, tapos ibang araw sa bahay nagtatrabaho, right? So, in fact, yung ganyang klaseng pagtatrabaho, ngayon, tinatry nating alamin, no? Like sa Philippines, in connection to that, yung 4-day work week, set at SC, 1-day work from home. Sa Supreme Court po, iniisip nila yung 4-day work week. Kasi noon kami sa Amerika po talaga, nauso na before yung 4-day work week. In fact, 12 days of working na 4 days is pareho rin as in working 5 days na 8-hour days, right? In fact, ginawa na namin yan sa Amerika noong araw, like more than 15 years ago when I was living in America and working there. Some companies opted to have a 4-day work week, and kasi it helped ease the traffic situation, di ba? Ang iba pumapasok 7 o'clock in the morning, umuwi ng 7 to 7, right? Tapos pero Monday to Thursday lang sila. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wala silang trabaho. So mas mahaba ang weekend nila. Saka I think that works well for ibang tao. For me, okay yun because you have 1 day na weekday that you spend at home. You can do official things. Like in America, you can go to the post office, go to the bank, right? Do your official stuff on a weekday na usually hindi nagagawa ng mga tao. Pati yung pagpunta sa doctor's appointments or dental appointments that you can do during the week para wag masyado maraming tao. Kasi diba, usually, pagka ang work hours Monday to Friday, Sabado lang nakakapunta sa dentista or magpa-doktor yung mga tao, kaya ang dami-dami pila lagi. So, having a 4-day work week would help ease and alleviate the traffic situation, people traffic and kotse traffic, right? I think magandang idea yun Sa Amerika kasi nga ginawa na yun nung araw pa. Iba-ibang companies, ang kanilang work hours, iba-iba para makatulong nga sa traffic, right? So ngayon, itong Supreme Court Starting April 4, okay, the work week of Supreme Court employees will be such, okay? So, ito na pala, maipapass na tong ruling na ito na ang Supreme Court starting April 4, which is what, Monday ba yan? Ano ba ngayon tayo? 31, 1, 2, 3, tama, Monday. Starting April 4, the work week of Supreme Court employees will be such that they will physically report for work for 4 days while they work from home for a day. Okay? Tama lang yan. According to Chief Justice Alexander Gesmundo, yung memorandum order niyang number 41-2002, the work hours of SC staff will be from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Ayun, may 30 minutes siguro yan yung break time, right? In order that all offices, services, divisions, units in the Supreme Court will be open from Monday to Friday, okay? The workforce shall be divided into 2 groups, the order read, okay? One group will physically be at the office from Monday to Thursday, tama yan, while the other would do so from Tuesday to Friday. Magaling. Yeah, see, the people traffic will be, diba, ma-regulate. Excuse me. The old setup of a 4-day work week with the staff working for 10 hours a day was said to have caused inconvenience among employees and was considered counterproductive. Hindi naman, sa Amerika nga, yun nga, 10, 11 hours. It wasn't counterproductive. But bakit kaya? Baka dahil yan sa work ethics, yung mga, mas siguro yung gusto nila mas longer breaks or whatever. But accordingly, upon consultation with the court and bank, a revised flexible working arrangement is hereby implemented in the Supreme Court beginning April 4, 2022 and until further orders. Kasi yung 8 to 4:30 is only 8 to 9, 8 to 5 is 8 hours. Less than 7 hours lang yun. 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 12, 12 to 1, 2 to 3 to 4. 8 hours, 8.5 hours. Yung 8 to 4. 8:30 to 4 is only 8 hours. 8 hours. However, okay, ayun na nga, the SC said the new working scheme shall not apply to the Fiscal Management and Budget Office, Office of the Bar Confidant, Medical and Dental Services, Fiscal Management Office of OCA, Office of Administrative Services, Security Division, and Maintenance Division, as the nature of their work may not be performed from home and oftentimes require overtime. So, pwera sa mga department na yun pala, okay? SC and justices will determine the number and schedule of their staff who will be required to report for work on site in their respective chambers. And chiefs of offices, services, and their assistants shall determine who among them and among their personal staff will be included in each group, which may be on a rotation basis. Okay? Very good. Pero magandang balita naman yan. Okay? Alright, very good. So that's good news. Okay? That we learned today. Very good. Alright? Ano naman, to think about the current issues first, that which concerns, of course, COVID-19, mga calamities or so, okay? Okay, let's talk about balita naman tungkol sa weather. Okay, well, before we do updates on technology sa Pilipinas, let's talk about, excuse me, tungkol sa COVID-19 and the vaccine, okay? Let's talk about the efficacy of the vaccine. Kasi dinedebate pa po sa Amerika ngayon yung pagbibigay ng fourth shot or the fourth shot or the second booster shot. Because they're saying na bahala raw sa tao, the discretion ng tao kung gusto na magpa-fourth shot or hindi. Kasi the efficacy is wala. It's gonna be the same after 6 months. Yung efficacy ng pinalagay mong vaccine, wala na. So, depende na sa'yo kung gusto mo pang ulit magpa-booster shot, right? Anyway, experts say the vaccine efficacy decreases daw among people with high blood sugar. Ayan, oh. Pag mataas ang blood sugar mo, less effective, okay? A health expert on Wednesday said vaccine efficacy declines among those with elevated blood sugar. So, ayun, pag may diabetes kayo, yung efficacy ng vaccine ay halos mababa yung bisa sa inyo. Thus, booster shots are needed specifically for mga ganyan, merong comorbidities or existing conditions, especially nga pag yung high blood sugar. So booster shots are needed to prevent them from getting hospitalized or dying. Okay. During the Department of Health Kapihan session, Philippine Society of Endocrinology, Diabetes and Metabolisms, Dr. Aurora Macabalog explained, okay, sa Philippine Society of Endocrinology, Diabetes and Metabolism, Dr. Aurora Macabalog explained, sinabi niya na while people of all ages could be infected with COVID-19, those with diabetes have an increased risk of getting severe infection. O yan importanteng balita yan. She said according to a cohort study, 20% or 1 out of 5 people with COVID-19 have been found with diabetes. Okay? Right. As a result of the viral disease infection, about 30% of the people with diabetes experience respiratory failure. Ayan nga, mababa ang respiratory, ang respiratory mahina, weak, okay? 34% were admitted to the intensive care unit, while 53% died. Oh my God, that's a high percentage. 53% na nagka-COVID na merong diabetes died, okay? Citing study findings from the International Diabetes Federation, Macabalog said those with elevated hemoglobin A1C or HbA1c or the 3-month average of blood sugar are more prone to decreasing vaccine efficacy. Thus, booster doses on top of the primary COVID-19 vaccine series are needed to prevent their risk of hospitalization and even death. Okay? Even death. Yung booster jabs were very effective po siya para mag-increase ang protection natin against severe disease o malalang pagkakasakit from the Omicron and other COVID-19 variants. So, importante po at ating nire-recommend na magpa-booster shot para sa mga tao, lalo na sa mga taong may diabetes. Okay? So, may mga diabetes dyan. Magpa-booster shot na kayo para kasi yung efficacy ng vaccine nyo ay humihina. Okay? The booster jabs are very effective to increase our protection against severe disease or chronic illness from Omicron and other COVID-19 variants. So it is very important and we recommend the booster for people, especially those with diabetes. Okay. She then explained that if one has well-controlled blood sugar, the survival rate against COVID-19 rises to 98.9%. So ayan kung ang blood sugar daw ay contained, your survival rate against COVID-19 is 98.9%, as opposed to a poorly controlled blood sugar that has 11% chance of dying, okay? Dito sa study ng 2020, basta ang blood sugar po ay controlled between 70 and 180, kung magkasakit siya ng COVID, lower ang mortality, Macabalog said. Noong 2020 study showed that as long as blood sugar is controlled between 70 and 180, mortality rate will be lower if one gets COVID-19. She also pointed out that those with type 1 or type 2 diabetes are not more prone to getting COVID-19 than the other. Pareho po ang rate of infection or incidence sa type 1 and type 2. The outcome will just be different depending on how controlled or uncontrolled yung diabetes nyo, regardless of its type, okay? Hello there. Thank you for coming. Hi there. Welcome to the show. Was that Shrey? Parang nakita ko yung icon, pero hindi ko pa makita yung pangalan. Further, okay, the rate of infection is or is the same, pero the outcome will be different depending on how controlled or uncontrolled your diabetes is. Okay, so regardless of the type, okay? Further, ask if a second booster shot or 4th dose is already needed for diabetic people. Macabalog said they have no recommendation yet. All right? Hello there, Winnie Ching. Hi there. Welcome to the show, Winnie. Thank you for dropping by. So, pinapag-usapan pa lang po natin yung pagbaba ng efficacy ng vaccine sa mga may high blood sugar or diabetes, okay? Wala pa tayong recommendation naman for a fourth one or second dose booster. Hindi pa natin alam. Hihintayin natin ang recommendation regarding that. Pero ngayon po, tinututukan natin is the third vaccine natin o yung first booster shot. Ito po sinasabi ni Miss Macabalog. Alright? Si Miss Macabalog po is from the Diabetes Federation. Alright? Siya po ang from the Philippine Society of Endocrinology, Diabetes and Metabolism. Si Dr. Aurora Macabalog po ang nagsasabi na those people who have diabetes have an increased risk of getting a severe infection or severe symptoms of COVID-19. Okay? Yun po. So just to refresh ko yung sa bagong dating, no? So, pareho ang infection or incidence ng pagkaka-infect, pero ang outcome, ang diferensya. Kung gaano ka-controlled or uncontrolled ang diabetes mo. Okay? So, we do not yet have a recommendation for a fourth one or second dose booster. We don't know yet. We will wait for the recommendation regarding that, but now we are focusing on the third vaccine or our first booster shot. Yan po ang pinapatupad ngayon. Right? Currently, the Philippine government is administering third doses to senior citizens and immunocompromised individuals, while booster shots are given to those who completed the primary doses, single for Johnson & Johnson's vaccine, double for the other brands. Health Undersecretary in National Vaccination Operations Center, NVOC Chairperson Dr. Mirna Kabutahe, earlier said the NVOC is now eyeing to provide the second booster shots by the last week of April, focusing only on frontliners, senior citizens, and the immunocompromised. Meanwhile, the United States Food and Drug Authority, or the FDA, has recently approved a second booster dose of the Pfizer, Inc., BioNTech, and Moderna vaccines for people aged 50 and older, at least 4 months after their previous dose. Okay, so yun na na-approve. Kasi dinedebate pa yun, alam ko, as of a few days ago, dinedebate pa sa Amerika kung magbibigay nga ng fourth dose or second booster shot. Okay? Okay. Sa Philippines naman, okay, regarding traffic technology, ang MMDA is proposing 2 new number coding schemes. Okay, itong ating number coding. Alright? Okay, tingnan natin yan. Wait a minute. Just to show you. Alright. Because, diba, ang traffic situation natin actually bumabalik na sa dati. Almost normal na ang traffic, right, everywhere. But they're proposing a new color coding scheme o anuman color coding pa rin ba tawag dito. Color code pa rin ba? Let's just, let me just get the graphic pasensya na. Because I just wanna relate my talks with a graphic para ma-envision mo naman saan nanggagaling yung balita. Okay. Ayan. Ano ba nangyari? Ayan, Ayan. So, MMDA is proposing a number coding scheme. Alright? A new one. Hello. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the stars. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Okay, so nagpo-propose nga po ng two new number coding schemes. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or ang MMDA po, has proposed 2 options for the implementation of an expanded number coding scheme in the National Capital Region. Okay? Sinabi po ito sa isang report sa GMA News, Saksi on Wednesday. MMDA Chairperson Romando Artes presented the proposals to President Rodrigo Duterte during his talk to the people last Monday night in light of the increasing volume of vehicles in areas under Alert Level 1. Nung nag-Alert Level 1 po, bumalik po sa normal ang traffic situation. Okay? Under the first option, ito po, vehicles with plate numbers ending with odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 would not be allowed on roads on Mondays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay? Ayun pala, 3 oras lang natin. 3 oras lang naman pala. And from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So, yun na nga. So, pwede lang sila from 10:01 a.m. to 4:59 p.m. Pwede sila sa kalye. Right? Those with plate numbers ending, ano rin yun? Traffic. Those with plate numbers ending with even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0 would be provided, okay, I will be prohibited pala on Tuesdays and Fridays naman during the same time periods. All vehicles would be allowed on roads on Wednesday. So Wednesday, free for all. Nick. So magiging Wednesday ngayon traffic. Meanwhile, hindi yata maganda yun. Diyos ko, di pag Wednesday, pahirapan. Meanwhile, under the second option, vehicles with plate numbers ending with 1, 2, 3, and 4 would be prohibited on Mondays, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on Tuesdays, 9, 0, 1, and 2 on Wednesdays, 3, 4, 5, 6 on Thursdays, and 7, 8, 9, 10 on Fridays. Parang mas mabuti yata yung ganung color coding scheme kesa yung Wednesday, lahat pwede sa daan. Ano yan? Kagulo yan, paano naman yung mga nagpapasok ng trabaho ng Wednesday kung Wednesday walang color coding? Oh my goodness. I think that's going to be a disaster. In February, the MMDA said it is studying the possible expansion of the afternoon number coding scheme, which is set from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. All right. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Winiching. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat sa iyong greeting, Winnie, and maraming salamat sa iyong support. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so yun po yung balita tungkol dun sa color coding na pinapropose. So hindi pa natin alam kung ano yan, kung ano ang papatupad, right? Okay, on the other hand naman po, regarding yung mga claims sa ating seas and sa mga China Sea and Panatag shoals, okay, ito po, 10 hours ago, this is news from around the world, no? And of course, thank God for technology, we're able to find out, if not real time, 10 hours ago lang. U.S. diplomat says China has no lawful claim over Philippines. Easy. China has no lawful claim over the Philippines' exclusive economic zone in the West Philippine Sea. Itong sinabi ng isang U.S. diplomat nung Wednesday. U.S. State Department Counselor Derek Chollet told reporters in Manila that the U.S. view on China's claim was quite clear. China has no lawful claim to the area that determined by the arbitral tribunal to be part of the Philippines. Kasi na-determine na po ng arbitral tribunal na yung West Philippine Sea ay atin eh. Pero ayaw i-acknowledge talaga ng China. Ayaw. Okay? Philippines EEZ or economic or the economic exclusive economic zone and the continental shelf, we recognize the sovereign rights and the jurisdiction under the UN Law of the Sea Treaty, the Second Thomas Shoal and Reed Bank, sabi to ni Chollet. Chollet also made a remark a few days after a Chinese foreign ministry official said that China had sovereign rights over the Panatag Shoal, an area well within the Philippines EEZ. The Philippine Coast Guard, or the PCG, on Sunday reported a close distance maneuvering incident involving a Chinese vessel in the area on March 2. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Wang Wenbin, nung Monday, di ba, binalita ko na yan, also urged the PCG to earnestly respect China's claim to the waters. Bakit natin i-respect? Sila ngayon dapat mag-respect ng sinabi na ng arbitral tribunal arbitrary tribunal na ni-recognize na sa atin yon. Sila yung ayaw sumunod. Chollet, who is in Manila to attend meetings with the Philippine government, officials said The U.S. will be obligated to defend the Philippines in an event of an attack on the Philippines, including the South China Sea. We stand by our Philippine allies, and we will uphold Article 4 of the Mutual Defense Treaty, and we very much reject Chinese aggression in the South China Sea, their coercion, their attempts to create facts on the ground and facts on the water as well. Okay? Buti nga talaga kayo, matigas ang ulo nyo. Itong mga Chinese na ito, napakaswapang. Right? Okay. More news around the world. Okay. So Singapore po. Singapore is conducting its first execution since 2019 despite the protests. Okay. A Singaporean drug trafficker was hanged on Wednesday in the city-state's first execution since 2019. Diba, wala na nga. Yung mga sili electrica, wala na yan eh. Campaigners said despite appeals for clemency from the United Nations and rights groups, it was the first in what activists fear, okay, is a looming wave of executions, and came just a day after a mentally disabled Malaysian man lost his final death sentence appeal. Abdul Kahar Othman was sentenced to death in 2015, was executed early Wednesday according to a leading Singaporean campaigner against capital punishment. Okay? Rest in peace, tweeted the activist Kirsten Han. Okay? It's okay, Yaya. Pwede kang dumaan sa camera. Show naman to. Okay? Abdul Kahar Othman was sentenced to death in 2015. We should all be ashamed of what the state did in our names today. A member of a support group of people with relatives on death row in Singapore, speaking anonymously, confirmed to AFP the execution had taken place. She said she was waiting for the body to arrive at a Muslim cemetery. Yes? Abdul Kahar was a member of the city-state's Muslim minority. Singaporean authorities did not respond to requests for confirmation. In 2019 po, last year that Singapore carried out executions, 4 people were hanged according to the city-state's prison service. The prosperous but socially conservative country has some of the world's toughest drug laws, but has faced mounting calls from rights groups to abandon the death penalty. Authorities insist, however, that capital punishment remains an effective deterrent against drug trafficking and has helped to keep Singapore one of the safest places in Asia. Okay? So, yan pong nangyari, no? Nagkaroon ulit ng execution sa Singapore. Okay. The United Nations Human Rights Office had on Tuesday urged authorities not to go ahead with the hanging, pero nangyari pa rin po. Okay? Anyway, yan po yung news around that regarding yung death penalty, right? Okay. Let's talk about naman social media lately and the effect of social media it has on teenagers, okay? Excuse me, can I make a request lang po? Yay? Can I have a drink, please? Sorry, pasensya na. Can I have a water jug? Yung metal. Thank you very much. Yes, Winnie. Social media drama can hit teens very hard. Totoo yan. Thank you. Ayusin ko lang itong graphics. Okay. Yes, alright. Social media, totoo naman. Social media drama can hit teens very hard at different ages. Totoo. If last year's events taught us anything, okay, it was that social media platforms like Instagram can negatively impact teenagers. In fact, di ba? Yan po yung nangyari last year, yung whistleblower ng Facebook, okay? Tapos nagpalit ang pangalan ng Facebook, ginawang metaverse. Tapos ngayon under fire po ang social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, pati mga Instagram and YouTube because of the content, di ba? Because of the content because of the posts of people. because sinabi nga ng whistleblower, para ipaalam ko lang sa inyo to review, that the whistleblower from Facebook said, si Francine Hogan, if I remember it right, she was saying na dinivulge niya po, in-expose niya na ang Facebook daw or sila Mark Zuckerberg, walang pakialam or concern sa mga subscribers or members nila. Basta ang concern daw mostly ay profit, di ba? Because, we know darn well now that social media marketing, yan, mga to be posting on those platforms, merong monetization yan. You can pay for ads na ipopost nyo ron. So, sinabi nito si Francine na post na lang ng post na hindi na sinasensor. Especially when it comes to, political or yung kagaya sa vaccine and on COVID, very, very sticky issues yan sa Amerika. So, si Biden, pinag-investigahan niya and ang ginawa na nga actually minandate na sa Congress na it is a must that you censor and make your mga analytics better para i-filter yung mga nagkakalat ng fake news, yung mga nagbabayad lang ng ads para mag-discredit ng ibang tao, no? So that's why they were being investigated ngayon, okay? Especially a lot of people in America, yung mga anti-vaxxers, anti-COVID, whatever, claiming na hindi totoo yan, and those misinformation, yan po ay kailangan i-filter sa mga social media platforms, okay? Hello there, Angelica! Nice to see you. Of course, it's always nice to have your refreshing presence in our program. Thank you very much, okay? So, diba, it was said that social media platforms like Instagram can negatively impact teens. Yan po. In fact, yun nga yung gusto kasi ng Instagram gawa ng parang Instagram Lite or version for teenagers. Ina-oppose yan kasi sinabi nga nila, yung Instagram daw nakaka-depress ng mga teenagers, especially women, mga babaeng teenagers, because sa Instagram, di ba, ang Instagrammable picture kasi is dapat perfect, maganda. So, nadidepress tuloy yung mga hindi maganda, hindi perfect, hindi payat, or whatever. So, they're saying it has a negative impact on teens. So, to make a site specifically dedicated to teens, baka dyan magkaroon lalo ng depression, di ba? Or kasi gaya-gaya yung mga kabataan eh. But the extent of this effect is still poorly understood, okay? To try to learn more, scientists from the University of Cambridge, University College London, and University of Oxford sought to characterize this multifaceted relationship between social media use and well-being by surveying thousands of teens and adults on their habits and feelings, okay? Their findings are described in a new study in the journal Nature Communications this week. Okay? They found that teens, when compared to older participants, tended to have more negative relationships with social media, okay? But within the teen population, okay, yung age gender of the user could also influence how great, kung gaano tindi yung effect nun, okay? From the data the team analyzed, girls between the ages of 11 to 13, tsaka yung mga boys between the ages of 14 and 15 seem to be particularly sensitive, okay, to the negative effects of social media use. Diyos ko, kahit na nga hindi teenagers na, di ba? Grabe yung effect ng social media. Lalo na, di ba, napansin ko sa Korea, alright? Parang mababa masyado yung kanilang moral, support kulang, tsaka yung psychological problems doon, matindi. Ang dami nagsusuicide na mga celebrities, mga artista, magaganda, gwapo, mayaman, may pera. But what? Because of social media and their bashers, or they read bad remarks, my goodness, they commit suicide. It means that it's very weak. Their sensibilities are so high. Sensitivities po are, emotional sensitivity are high. Pero ang kanilang parang psychological, support psychological, kukunti because mahina ang kanilang psychological makeup. Dahil ang dami-dami talaga every year nung nagpapakamatay na celebrity, only in their 20s. No? And ito yung mga sikat, parang iba talaga. Isa nga parang she was in that Netflix series. I forget, pero another Korean pop star or celebrity committed suicide this year. Okay, so hindi lang 11 to 13 ng boys or 14 and 15 seem to be particularly sensitive to the negative effects of social media. What's more, they found out that increased social media use o yung paggagamit ng social media was correlated with a big dip in life satisfaction for both the girl and boy na tinesting dito sa survey at around 19 years old. Mas gumagrabe daw yung effect. The link between social media and mental well-being is clearly very complex, but there has been some studies to really relate it to being on social media, yung mga psychological problems. Hindi pa nga lang na-diagnose as disorder itong pagiging addict sa social media or pagiging affected by social media. The main data set the researchers derived their analysis from was the UK Understanding Society Household Panel Survey. Okay, it asked over ang dami nito 70,000 participants from 10 to 80 years old. They asked them, tinanong nila itong 70,000 na tao, aged 10 to 80, how much they use social networking or messaging sites like Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp on an average day. Okay? Tinanong, ganun raming oras ang in-spend to use social media sa isang araw. And how satisfied they were with their life at the time. The survey asked them to first rate their life as a whole, okay? And then rate how they felt about their work, their appearance, their family, friends, and life at school. Okay? So, teens or younger adolescents, okay, experience the most dramatic negative effects, okay, associated with social media. Although the relationship between social media and paggamit ng social media and life satisfaction fluctuates across age groups in a non-linear fashion. For example, high school media use was connected to lower life satisfaction in males aged 26 to 29 years old than males aged 22 to 25. So yung mas matanda, di ba? Mas na yung iba na yung life satisfaction nila, hindi kasing tindi ng mas bata. While for younger teens, life satisfaction generally declined with greater social media use. So anong ibig sabihin, di ba? Nega. Na yung kanilang life satisfaction, yung mas mga bata, teenagers, so dahil sa social media, mas lalo silang na-depress. Okay? In older adolescents naman, age 16 to 25, ayan na, in older adolescents, age 16 to 25, ito ang nahanap ng survey na ito. That younger teens, age 16 to 25, yung kanilang life satisfaction generally declined because of greater use or yung mas matagal na paggamit ng social media. Okay? Researchers observed a Goldilocks pattern between social media use and life satisfaction. Specifically, they found that participants who reported either no or very high social media use or yung mga more than 7 hours gumagamit put in lower life satisfaction ratings than participants who said they use around 1 hour or so lang of social media. So, meaning to say, yung mga nakababad sa social media, ayan ang mga nagkakaroon ng depression sa buhay. Yan yung mga nagiging malungkot. I think, for some reason, naiisip ko, naalalaman ko kung bakit diba? Ba't ka nadidepressed? Ba't ka nalulungkot? Because somehow, when you go to social media, especially yan mga nagpo-post sa Instagram, sa Facebook ng kanilang mga lifestyle of the rich and famous, yun, nakaka-depress din yun kasi makita yun, yung magagandang tao, yung mayayaman na tao, anong kinakain na, anong ginagawa. Siyempre, ikaw, kung wala kang ganong capacity, naiisip mo tuloy, bakit ako, di ba? Bakit hindi all? Sana ganun din yung life ko. I think that attributes to the fact of having a lower life satisfaction ratio. Don't you think so? What do you think, Miss Angelica? Ganun ba ang negative effect ng social media? Do you think? Is yung kasi sa nakikita nilang mga post ng mga extravagant things, lalong nadidepress, di ba? Yung mga have-nots, right? The recent adoption of social media has fundamentally transformed how humans spend their time. Totoo naman, portray themselves and communicate because everything, yung iba, yung buhay na nila, social media. So lahat ng ginagawa nila, pinapakita nila sa social media, right? So it has actually changed our lifestyles, okay? The researchers wrote in their paper na ganun nga, no? Most adolescents go through major social cultural changes and life events such as moves from school to university, diba? Or from schooling to working. And it also brought about nga itong mga gender issues. Now more than ever, you know, issues of questioning your gender or how or kung ano ka, kung ano gusto mong maging. Yan din. Dahil sa social media and of course the internet, rumarami ang nagkakaroon ng ganyan, doubts about their identity, doubts about their sexuality, nagiging itong mga issues na to brought about by social media rin. So, most adolescents go through major cultural changes now. It is therefore plausible that these processes, okay, heighten the adolescent's sensitivity to the interactive, communicative, and self-portraying nature of social media, a technology they use more extensively than other age groups. Kaya nga because of what they find on social media, diba mas naniniwala sila sa nalalaman nila or nababasa nila or nakikita sa social media or the videos that they watch. You know, more and more, this age group, okay, of adolescents believe the internet and what they see more than their parents minsan, okay? Okay, ito pang nag-research team na to notes that this population-level survey-based study does not allow them to confidently determine whether the correlation they saw implies that social media use causes poor well-being or that decreased life satisfaction leads to an increase in social media use. Hindi pa nila ma-prove, okay? Pero they're still testing because yun na nga being addicted to social media as a disorder is now being tested because, di ba, yung mga na-addict na mag-video games hanggang umaga, hindi na kumakain, hindi natutulog, hindi lang video games pati mismong internet per se, right? Yung pagtutok mo sa internet buong araw hanggang gabi hindi ka makatulog, nanonood ka ng YouTube or nag-Facebook ka, lahat yan can lead to an addiction, di ba? Kasi hindi ka na makatulog na hindi ka titingin sa Facebook mo. Okay? However, every attempt to understand the details of this relationship can inch them closer to an answer. Okay? Currently, the amount of time that young people spend on social media is a black box to scientists and parents alike. Dahil talagang tinetest pa rin yung visa niyan Andrew K. Privlisky, a co-author and researcher at the University of Oxford, also said in a Twitter statement, to improve our science, we need better data. And to improve parenting around tech, we need to start a new conversation. Pero so yun nga, lahat po ng magulang po talaga hindi natutuwa dito sa pagiging addicted ng mga anak. Pero marami ring mga matatanda ang addicted na sa social media. Dapat na nating tanggapin yun. As we are dependent on technology, ayan, nagiging dependent na rin sa social media ang mga tao. Right? Okay, inom lang ako sandali. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay. So please feel free to fill in your questions. Please, and email me po sa techiemommy@gmail.com for any suggestions or requests that you might want to be addressed, questions, and also if you have resource people that you want us to feature in the show to talk about technology-related matters, okay? Sige lang po. Just please send it to me, all right? Okay, on another note, regarding news from DepEd. Okay. The DepEd condemns, ito DepEd sa Pilipinas po, Department of Education, condemns the use of tribute song to frontliners in political video. The Department of Education or the DepEd, Office of the Undersecretary for Administration, condemned the use of the Kila Ka tribute song for frontliners during the COVID-19 pandemic for a political video endorsing a presidential candidate. Tama naman nga, di ba? Huwag mong gamitin para sa sarili mong gain yan. The uploaded video that used the song featured doctors from Nueva Ecija who expressed support for Vice President Maria Leonor Leni Robredo in the upcoming elections. In a statement released on Thursday, Education Undersecretary for Administration Elaine Pasqua claimed that the song was used without prior permission from the song's composer and performers. Diba? O ayan, yan din ang kagandahan ng social media. Nalalaman natin na nangyayari itong mga ito. Na nung araw, hindi mo naman malalaman, mababalitaan unless inilagay sa balita. But because people now post their videos, post their events, ayan, nalaman tuloy na ginamit itong song na ito sa kampanya. Alright? While we respect the political choice of the medical personnel featured in the video, we are appalled that the people behind the production of the said video did not even practice due diligence in securing permission para gamitin yung kanta. First, unang-una na, from the artists who graciously lent their time and talent for the song. We are also taking offense that a mellow song about heroism was used to forward political messages of one party when it is clearly meant, mamaya na po, for all COVID-19 responders regardless of political affiliations. Alright? DepEd urged the people behind the video to stop sharing it and to take down the post before it asks Facebook to have it removed. Okay? So, pinatanggal po ng Facebook yan paggamit sa kampanya ng song na yan. Alright? Okay. Alright, so yon. Dapat na kasi nagpaalam muna. Okay? Sa ano naman, of course, sa entertainment world, okay, of course, big deal pa rin yung nangyari po sa Oscars regarding yung pagsampal ni Will Smith's Baker's Rock. And anyway, nag-public apology na yon. On another note naman, if you guys know Bruce Willis, okay, he's the action action star, and also dati yan may TV series na yung Moonlight ba yun? Pero doon siya naging popular. And sa Die Hard, yung series of Die Hard movies, he is going to retire na from acting, okay? After developing a cognitive illness. So, in-announce po sa Instagram, yan po, social media na naman, that Willis, they announced po on social media that Willis had aphasia, a language disorder that robs people of their ability to communicate. Oh my God. So, as an actor, di ba, wala talaga. Tapos na ang career niya kasi hindi siya makapagsalita. Bruce has been experiencing some health issues and has recently been diagnosed with aphasia. APHASIA, which is impacting his cognitive abilities. As a result of this, nalungkot naman itong news na to, with much consideration, Bruce is stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him. Aphasia is typically caused by a stroke or by a head injury, though in more rare cases can come on gradually and progressively. The condition affects a person's ability not just to speak, and understand verbal communication, pero pati ang reading at writing. Oh my God. So, as an artista, wala. Talagang the end ka na because paano mo mababasa yung script? Much less deliver it, di ba? The Los Angeles Times reported that questions about Willis' short-term memory have recently circulated. Ayun pala. So, nagiging makakalimutin siya. So, finally, they found out why. Kasi nga may aphasia siya. Okay? The paper noted that he was not at the Oscars on Sunday when several other stars of Pulp Fiction, including Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, and John Travolta, took to the stage. Kasama siya sa Pulp Fiction series. Hindi siya naka-attend. Willis had been a fixture on the small and large screen since the 1980s. Okay? Coming to public prominence in the TV series, ayun, Moonlighting. Doon siya sumikat. Doon siya galing sa TV series na Moonlighting, tapos naging sa Die Hard movies. Okay? So that's really sad. But it was hard. It was also his hard-bitten hero, John McClane, in Die Hard, that became a bankable major star of the cinema, sparking a career that has generated billions of dollars sa box office hits, okay? Willis, who this month turned 67, provided the voice for the baby in popular family flick Look Who's Talking. Another of his best-known roles was as the dead person that child actor Haley Joel Osment could see sa Sixth Sense. Siya rin po yun. Willis also won a Golden Globe and 2 Emmys during his career. But last weekend was the recipient of a far less welcome honor, a specially devised category in the ratings for worst performance by Bruce Willis in a 2021 movie. Ano ba yan? Notorious naman yan. The Instagram post announcing the news of his retirement is signed by Willis' current wife, Emma Hemming Willis, as well as former wife, actress Demi Moore, and his children, Rumor, Scout, Tallulah, Mabel, and Evelyn. This is really a challenging time for our family, and we're appreciative of your continuous love, compassion, and support. Okay? As Bruce always says, live it up, and together we plan to do just that. Okay? So, yun po yung medyo sad news, okay, about that. So, one last bit po na papag-usapan natin, okay, is TweetDeck might become a paid Twitter. Okay? So, wala na tayong panahon. Meron pa konti lang. TweetDeck, okay, might become a paid Twitter Blue feature. Ano po ang TweetDeck? It's starting to look like the upcoming version of TweetDeck. The power user-focused version of the Twitter app won't be free. So, yung TweetDeck po, hindi pala yan libre. Security researcher Jane Munchen Wong has discovered a work-in-progress sign-up page for the app, which boasts that it's a powerful real-time tool for people who live on Twitter and offers an ad-free experience. While the page doesn't explicitly say you'll have to pay Twitter to access TweetDeck, companies don't usually advertise kasi it helps you avoid the thing that makes us money as a feature of free products, even if like the current version of TweetDeck na libre pa. And wouldn't you know it, Twitter's already got a paid subscription service that's trying to sell it to its power user. TweetDeck is essentially Twitter Pro and used by the type of people Twitter Blue targets. Okay? All right? This isn't the first time we've heard that suggestion that Twitter's looking to monetize TweetDeck. And TweetDeck po, okay, earlier this month po, sinabi ni Mansion Wong, they dug up the code that seemed to redirect non-Blue subscribers trying to access the new version of TweetDeck to the Twitter Blue sign-up page. Okay? Sandali lang, okay? Okay, may nagtatanong, ano ba yung TweetDeck? What are you talking about nga naman? Okay? Well, TweetDeck is a social media dashboard application for the management of Twitter accounts. It is a social media dashboard application that manages mga Twitter accounts. Originally, an independent app itong TweetDeck. TweetDeck was subsequently acquired by Twitter Inc. and integrated into Twitter's interface. So, naka-embed siya sa Twitter. It has long ranked as one of the most popular Twitter clients by percentage of tweets posted alongside the official Twitter web client and the official apps for iPhone and Android. So, ito yung parang counter niya to determine. It's a real-time tracking, organizing, and engagement app. Okay? So, yun po ang TweetDeck. Alright? So, hindi ito magiging libre. But anyway, it is the most powerful nowadays na real-time tracking, organizing, and engagement app. Pero, binili nga ito ng Twitter. Alright? Okay? So, ayun ang balita. Doon din develop ito ulit. Baka maningil na yung TweetDeck. Hindi na siya libre. Alright? Okay? We only have 4 minutes. Marami pa akong gustong ikwento or share, but we have reached, again, the end of our show. But I'd like to say thank you, of course, to Miss Angelica Paz for always supporting us and lately po, siya po nakakatulong sa akin. Sometimes, I have her on the show to talk about, government company that she works for. And na-feature po natin siya dito kasama ni Miss Cynthia Buste that talks about naman yung mga trabaho ng mga OFW. Kasi Miss Cynthia Buste has been working abroad for more than 20 years sa Kuwait. Okay? And sila po ang ating mga loyal and consistent supporters of our mga programa dito sa Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Thank you so much for you guys, for your support. And of course, Winnie Ching, Tita Agnes Lakap, the Direct family, and my Bautista family, and my friends po, and of course, the other people that support us and watch us on our shows. And of course, nandun na po kami sa YouTube para po mas dumami pa ang aming scope and the reach that we can spread and share our information and our knowledge to people. Sana po you go to our YouTube channel, Broad Stream Cast Communicators, and like and subscribe naman po sa page namin. Kasi po, immediately after we do our broadcasts every day, our episodes, our past episodes are put there on archive in our YouTube Broad Stream Cast Communicators page. Okay? So, doon nyo po pwedeng balikan yung mga iba naming mga episodes na gusto nyo magkaroon ng kaalaman. Okay? Philippine imports weathered the disruptions caused by Russia's invasion of Ukraine and China's return to lockdown. Okay? But the country may face supply-side issues kung mangyari po if the tensions worsen. Ang ating supply chain po ang maapektuhan. Vincent Philip Maronila, Assistant Commissioner of the Bureau of Customs, said import volumes remained steady during the past weeks, even as global trade was challenged by geopolitical and pandemic-related issues. Russia's invasion of Ukraine spooked the global energy market as Moscow is the world's third largest producer of oil, next only to the United States and Saudi Arabia. Okay? China placed some of its regions into lockdown after suffering another surge of COVID-19 cases. For a week, Beijing placed techno-hub Shenzhen under quarantine to contain the spread of the virus. Shenzhen houses some of the largest manufacturers of electronic products in the world, like the Taiwanese Foxconn Technology Group, an assembler of Apple gadgets. Factories in Shenzhen stopped operations during the lockdown with bus and subway services suspended. Ayun pala. Kaya naapektuhan din yung mga manufacturing because of the lockdown ng China. Okay? So, pag nag-continue pa ito, siguradong ang supply chain sa buong mundo maapektuhan. But anyway, tutuloy ko na lang bukas po pa yung mga ibang dapat natin pag-usapan because we have reached the end of the line. Thank you so much for joining me today. And at the end of the day, three things should remain po sa ating life, which is faith, pananampalataya, hope, pag-asa, and love for everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. And bukas po, Friday, meron pa po tayong isang araw para magbuhay online. Thank you very much!
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream